Hello, and thank you for joining me for this Bow Seat student film screening as part of the Sun Foundation's 30th Annual Clean Water Celebration. My name is Eric Karstens, and I'm the Program Manager at Bow Seat Ocean Awareness Programs. We are a Massachusetts-based nonprofit that engages young people worldwide in ocean advocacy through the arts. Students from all over the world submit visual art, poetry, spoken word, creative writing, film, music, dance, interactive, and multimedia submissions to our annual Ocean Awareness Contest. For this film festival, we're excited to share with you 5 winning submissions from various contest years. These videos were selected to showcase a breadth of creative techniques that young people can use to speak up for our blue planet. From music videos to documentaries to animations and more. These films stand out for their memorability, strong calls to action, and unique points of view. We hope you enjoy them as much as we do. Now, when a student submits to the Ocean Awareness Contest, they include a written reflection. These students introduce their work way better than I ever could, so I will be reading a snippet of their reflections before each feature. First up, I'm excited to share When the Sea Swallows the Land, a mini documentary that won the Gold Award in our 2021 contest, focusing on sea level rise in the team's hometown of the island garden city of Samal, Philippines. They write, living on a small island, one of the more than 7,000 in the Philippines, our eyes are awakened to the dilemmas confronting our planet's waters, especially sea level rise. We believe that showing the adverse effects of climate change is a powerful tool to make humans reflect on their crimes against the environment. We want our viewers not to be scared, but to be strong enough to commit themselves to the mission of stabilizing our climate.
Ang mga kalayaan lang na akong na-observe kay kanang nag-anam og kadako ang dagat. Kay dire magud sa una kanang naay mga part sa land na dili pa maabot sa tubig. Pero karon na mga panahon na kay maabot na siya sa tubig niya kanang ginaanam agi sa dagat ang kanang mga kabalasan god. Basin pag-abot sa panahon na kay lisod na kayo puy andria kanang mga wala na ang part na pwede butangan og balay, so basin mga guba niya masudlan ng tubig. Kanitanan diri sa na yuta ni siya diri atanan nya tungod atong dagko na kay ang tubig kay masudlan siya ba niya karon ang katong ng mga yuta nawala na jud siya na banlas na. So kanina part dire normally kani dire dapita kay abot jud ang tubig dira kada high tide. So matubigan na siya dira pirmi. Tapos kung napoy mga panahon na dagko kay ang tubig, maabot jud dire sa kalsada ang tubig. Gamit kini mga bato dire kaning seawall kay mag-serve siya as defense sa balod ug pati sa balay para ma-depensahan pod niya ang yuta na dili mabanlas or mga wala kay masudlan man siya sa tubig kung walay bato. Pero gamit ka ng mangrove kung katabang magud na siya pagdepensa sa balod kay ang kaniyang ugat mugunit na siya sa mga kayutaan ug makapalig-on siya sa yuta para dili siya maguba sa mga balod. Kahadlok guro kay ano, mawala ni diri na lugar niya, sayang man pud good. Nice ba kanang diri pwede maliguan niya. Naay ka standby-standbyan pag bakasyon mga anak. So kung mawala ni sayang pud.
Next up, Niyaz Hasan hails from Dinajpur, Bangladesh, where he uses his animation skills to create a good ending, which won bronze in our 2021 contest. He writes, I remember when I used to visit my grandparents in the rural areas at a young age and how verdant and natural the place was. As I grew, more and more development slowly caused that green sanctuary I loved to become darker and grayer. Rivers are at the heart of Bangladesh, providing water, food, irrigation, and even transportation. And when the rivers are polluted, the harm eventually ends up in the ocean, causing the whole environment to suffer. Our most recent contest challenged students to use humor and satire to talk about the climate crisis. Quinn McMath's Barbershop Quartet perfectly embodies that in an anti-climatic, climactic, dogmatic. From their reflection, I live in Midland, Michigan, the hometown of Dow Chemical. My dad grew up in the 80s in Midland with lungs full of air pollution and yards filled with soot. He has told me all of his stories about how neglectful Dow was and still is. I've realized that these mega corporations are very performative in order to reach their customers. These corporations are pro-environment on their social media, but behind the screen, they do everything in their power to repeal regulations and destroy the earth for profit.
BP,
Exile, crude and rude. We're the Petroleum Patrol. I am here to tell you, even though every study shows climate change is real, it's not. Oh, look at those trees. Look at the birds, the flowers, the lack of glacial freeze. Just don't look at our files from the 80s.
This whole presentation is about the history of climate change. Or should I say, the history of climate not change. Just don't tell my Twitter account I don't believe in it. We're gonna take you on a journey through all of the glorious decades of crimes against humanity. I mean, climbing tends to urbanity. That makes sense because of the growing urban population and the effect on climate change. It's the consumer's fault, really. Anyways, see you on the other time.
We're in the 50s now and suburbia's booming. Consumerism's on the rise. A century before atmospheric dooming. Gas cars to fossil fuel lies on top of Mauna Loa. The CO2 looks awfully skewed. Just keep it down, why don't ya? The politicians find out soon. They find out soon.
Spoiler alert, we buy them.
Welcome to the 60s. The government gets wind. Climate is affecting the rain. But they are all occupied with chemical warfare, burning ecosystems for capital gain. Record droughts, record floods, record profits in the 70s. From the east to the west, constant smog, nuclear tests. In the 80s, the summer was hotter than it ever was. Vacations for the rich, EPA deregulated. Acid rain, greenhouse gas, UN won't be the same. Segway the 90s.
Is it getting hot in here? Is it just the troposphere?
Al Gore, Clinton cut emissions. Sea levels are rising as the garbage in the ocean blue is exponentially increasing. What do you do in the world you once knew? Cuts off all your loopholes so you price gouge other petrol to the point where they don't have an option to contribute to the fires on the ocean surface. With the turtles, fish, and microplastics, we'll hold our reign through the turn of the century. Polar ice caps melting quickly, birth defects in mega cities, corporate manufactured trends that everybody gets their friends with dirty money to procure from syndicates with child labor, shooting toxins straight into the once renowned Euphrates River. Tributaries, secondaries, farming, dairy, series, abolition, the memory movement. We spill the oil while you spill the tea. Blocking us on Twitter will never set you free. What have we done? Look what we've done. We can't go back. We can't go back. We can't go back. Can't go back. No more anymore.
Another gold winner, our next film, The Voice Outside Our Glasses by Ngọc Thủy Linh Nguyen of Hanoi, Vietnam, stands out for strong, cohesive storytelling with a powerful call to action. They write, I want to convey my feelings when reading news stories of floods and thunderstorms. understanding the danger that people in coastal areas have to face, and the emotions of noticing that so many people are suffering while I am comfortable. But in those negative emotions, there's always hope. When small people raise their voices, society is forced to listen.
I was born and raised in the city where people has plenty of resources like food, water, air, shelter, clothing. There are an abundance of conveniences to help people consume, entertain. People might take basic simple things for granted. All they think is how much salary they will get by the end of the month, which shopping mall will they go to this weekend. This place separates the outside world by a giant glass. People find this place safe, so they don't care or might forget what happens out there. No one will approach this area. But this town, I feel something different. I hear voices.
9 years, 3,000.
We already have problems with
We have contaminated our globe with chemicals that have been used for mystery. Are you wondering what's going to happen in 9 years?
I hear sensors.
2 billion people are expected to live in dry areas of the planet with extreme water scarcity. We have already exhausted our surface water resources. Lakes are going dry, rivers are going dry, and things like recycling and re-drinking our urine would not help much.
People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing.
Don't you see what's happening here? Don't you see history repeating itself?
What are they trying to tell us?
Water is tied to so many other things. Your food, energy, the independence of your nation, economy, politics, identity, dignity, and so many other things. It's much more than that. It's beyond that.
There's nobody who's waiting in the wings to come and save us. There's just us.
Then I hear something else.
Today, we will be planting 20 million trees.
So I'm going to take a little bit of this powder, I'm going to put it in here. Let's see what happens.
Please turn off the tap water when you're not using it.
I hear the forest, the wind, the river. I hear the ships, the seagulls, the dolphins.
We all need somebody that we can lean on. Let us fight with love, faith, and courage so that our families will not be destroyed. When we come together, we can find the answers. We can share our voices, we can hear others, and that's how we know that we're not alone in this fight.
This glass can block those voices, but cannot block the raging tsunami is coming. We all are the ones who take the consequences, and we cannot avoid this anymore.
Finally, I'd like to end with the Denaya Billups' magnetic performance in Heroes. This song won gold in the 2020 Ocean Awareness Contest and remains a staff favorite. From Zenaya's reflection, overwhelmed by apocalyptic science articles and news reports, I longed for a larger-than-life being in a mask and cape to swoop in and use their powers to save the day. The thousands of youth protesting for our future and our planet in 2019 gave me hope and the power to enlist in this fight. We are the heroes who will save generations to come, and heroes must fight together.
Teenagers in more than 100 countries went on strike today.
Sea levels have risen at an alarming rate.
Entire ecosystems are collapsing.
Farms, towns that will never be recovered.
We stand together united!
Hey!
if you like to breathe. Recipe to save the 7 seas. Earth home all 2020 quarantine. No keys, can't leave, but we can keep it clean. Bored in the house and you in the house bored. The ocean calling, girl, don't press ignore. This a show. Climate change at the door. Greenhouse gas from the flow to the show. Sea level rising, people deny it. Atlantis, not cup of Verizon. No Aquaman or Poseidon. Shoot up, spit out 3 times like Trident. I'm by the Atlantic and y'all by the Pacific. Oceans connect us, but let's be specific. You pump half of our O2, yeah, we owe you. CO2 in the soul to get the blues with weather and climate. Sandy, Katrina, the ocean behind it. I'm not tripping, that's facts, not fiction. Oceans in our lungs, pocket in the kitchen. Glazing our glaciers, need more inhalers. They put on credit, we pay interest later. Never hottest year, incredible like Frozone. Avenge our planet, climate change, go home. Whip up lower carbon meals, turn down the AC and up the Green New Deal. You afraid, you better, off the hook, won't let them. People want the money, and y'all only want the fed. I'm 17 like Greta, call me writing letters, call me AOC, cause I'm federally better with disposables. Cut it out, cut costs, going green, planting trees and trend it on TikTok. Cut fossil fuels, cut back on plastic. Surcharge your food, miss it, fantastic. 2050, gotta reach net zero. Put on your mask, cause we all about to be heroes. Look at what we've done. Sea to rising sea. We're hurting our home. Won't stop till we can breathe. We're all scared, but not alone. Just take my hand and we'll all be heroes. Won't fall back, Congress give a call back. Scientists, the referees in the 70s, they called that. Companies, we saw that. Gen Z can solve that. Don't ask what's the big deal about drawback. Y'all will beef, but we need coral reefs. Get out this kitchen, can't stand this heat. Don't know what to fear, pollution or police. But nobody's free if one of us can't breathe. They think low carbs, we think low carbon. They think it's costly, to me, this a bargain. Y'all thinking diet, but I'm thinking riot. I'm an X-Men, I'm storm, about to flying. Trying to stop all these species from dying. Choking on plastics, cause we keep buying. As gas keep pumping, driving, drying, flying. It won't stop till California's an island. Invest, protect, carbon sink, less trash, quick facts like the flash and the blink. These chickens politicking and they only want bread. I'ma do what the science said. Clean it up in the water, in the air. Clean it all up everywhere. Clean it up in the water, in the air. Clean it all up everywhere. Save the oceans and the coral reefs. Ice on top and underneath. Save the oceans and the coral reefs. Ice on top and underneath. Thousands of homes still underwater. Ocean guardian, call me Groot and Gamora. Phytoplankton being scorched. More than 4, hotter than a human torch. Sea levels high like unemployment. Oceans get life, but humans exploit it. We have the power to park our cars. The harpoon of Deadpool walking's not that hard. Deceived by big companies, serve as guardians, call that low key. A man-made problem, women solve. Educate more girls, no cape involved, no spandex, but do need thanks and ranks. But I'm the captain, fat cats walk the plank. Forgive mistakes, not too late to create a future our children will not hate. It's up to us to beat this crisis. Lysol white meets coronavirus. Do have powers, but we don't need magic. Protest for laws, I'ma need y'all to pass it. This will end changes more than a trend. It's you and me and enemies and friends. 2050, gotta reach net zero. Put on your mask, cause we all about to be heroes. Look at what we've done. Sea to rising sea. We're hurting our home. Won't stop till we can breathe. We're all scared, but not alone. Just take my hand and we'll all be heroes. Look at what we've done. From sea to rising sea. We're hurting our home. Won't stop till we can breathe. We're all scared, but not alone. Just take my hand and we'll all be heroes.
Thank you so much for joining us to view these films and performances. We were so excited to share just a small sample of the hundreds of amazing student pieces we have received throughout the years. Our 2023 contest is currently open for submissions through June 2023. The theme, Climate Heroes in Action, is designed to celebrate the work of countless everyday heroes fighting to make the world more habitable and just in the face of human-induced climate change. When we ask students to create art, including film and music, we ask them to share a story with us, to share something that connects to our lives, helps us find inspiration, or teaches us something new. I hope that you enjoyed hearing these 5 student stories, and we hope that you will share your story with us. Thank you.